Hi, welcome to Mary's Village Style. Welcome to my kitchen. Boy, do we have a treat for you today. If you're from Isola della Femmine or have been there to visit, you're going to love this one. We're making pinellis today. A lot of people always ask, how do you make it? What's it like? You know, but you're going to love it. Today I have a guest. My guest is Frank Bruno. He's the president of Friends of Isola della Femmine, and this is right up your alley. I can't wait to see you do this.
400, yes, right up my alley.
And they're teasing me about my 400 club because I cook everything on 400. But it's okay. It works. It's good. So this is how we make pinellis. First of all, in the old days, and I say 15 years ago and past that, we used to go to Italy on a lot of our trips. And I would come back with bags of Panelli flour.
You did?
In my suitcase. Did. Well, I did. I would come back with bags of Panelli flour in the suitcase. And then there was a time period where I didn't go so much. So I said, I can't make Pinellis because I don't have the flour. Lo and behold, Bob's Red Mill makes garbanzo bean flour. And it's pure garbanzo bean flour. Sometimes you can find garbanzo bean flour at grocery stores, but they mix it with fava beans and it doesn't hold together, so we don't want that. So if you want to make pinellis, this is really a very simple recipe. It's more work than it looks like, but it is very plain, no fancy ingredients. It's just garbanzo beans, salt, and water. Nothing really fancy. Very simple, old world food. And if you go to Isola della Femmine, or if you've ever been there and you've had their pinellis, we're going to try to make it. I'm going to let Frankie try. We're going to use some wood blocks that my father-in-law made for me, I don't know, 50 years ago. And I had them in the garage ever since because I can't do it. But I'll show you my method, and my method works great. But, okay, so first of all, we're going to put 1 cup of garbanzo bean flour in this pot, okay? I'm going to put 1 cup of flour, garbanzo bean flour from Bob's Red Mill. And I'm going to let you do this. What we're going to try to do is make a paste out of this. So we're not going to put all of this water. This is 2 cups of water, cool water. We don't want it to be hot, we want it to be cool. And we're going to put it in a little bit at a time, and I mean a little bit at a time, and create a paste. So start stirring, Mr. Bruno. So we want to dissolve and make a nice paste, like you would make like a roux, kind of like a roux type. We don't want too much water in there, because if we put a lot of water, we'll never get the lumps out of it. So I think
where did it go?
It's there. It's in your spoon. Okay, and this is 1 batch. Okay, this is just 1 cup. 1 cup at a time is really the way that we're going here today. So we're not making a lot. We're just making a little bit. And now it's very lumpy. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very, very lumpy, and it takes a lot of energy to whip that into shape there. So yeah.
I went to Pittsburgh High.
Okay.
I know how to do this.
You have a PhD?
PhD. Pittsburgh High School diploma.
You got to whip it harder than that, buddy. Not the body, the whisk. It still has lumps.
Okay.
And you want to turn that whisk around and scrape the side of the pan. You want to get all of it. Mm-hmm.
Now, could you use a mechanical mixer, or is that not good?
You know, you probably could nowadays, an immersion blender maybe. Oh. You know, if it's too lumpy, I would stick that immersion blender in there.
Is that too lumpy?
Of course, my sister-in-law Anna would kill me, but this is how you're supposed to do it. So you get the cold water, and you get the cup of garbanzo bean flour, and you make a paste out of it, and it's still lumpy. Come on, buddy. Speed it up.
You want the faster the better?
Well, the other way we'll be here till I don't know when.
Couple days from now.
Yeah. Well, it's still lumpy. Those old ladies worked hard. I remember my nonna making it, and it was nothing to her to make it, but it's a big deal to me.
In the olden days, they used to have to grind the garbanzo beans,
Probably,
right?
probably. So it's a little bit of work, you know. It's gonna get a little bit more work as you cook it.
That arm's too slow.
I'm not,
Getting
good with,
tired?
I'm not good with my left hand.
You getting tired?
More water?
Oh yeah, we're gonna put all this water in there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's show everybody that's a paste.
Okay.
I hate to say, it still has a few lumps.
Yeah.
You better do it a little
Looks
bit
a lot
more.
better.
No, I don't see any lumps in there.
Yeah, those are lumps.
You see lumps?
Yeah. I saw those couple of lumps.
Lumps in there. We're talking this has to be a smooth paste, not just resemble a paste. Well, I think that's better. That's better. Okay, so now you can mix the water. Go ahead, keep mixing. So we're adding 2 cups of cold water to the 1 cup of Bob's Red Mill garbanzo bean flour.
Is Bob Italian?
I don't think so, but he does a good job on his flours. I like all of his flours. There's almond flour and
We use the rolled oats.
yeah, he's got good stuff. The best.
What do you use the almond flour for?
I make an Italian almond cake with it. It's delicious. It doesn't take much at all.
Biscotte too? Maybe? You won't use that for biscotte,
No,
almond cake.
no. Okay,
Do I have
so
to get all the bubbles out too?
no,
Oh.
that's how we want it. We want it to be kind of bubbly and very liquidy, except I see over here in the sides, you have to get all that flour mixed. Can't leave that paste in there. You've got to go all the way around. So now what he's going to do is he's going to put it on the stove and we're going to heat it on medium, and he's going to stir the whole time, because if you don't stir it, it's going to be one big clump. Okay? So we're going to do that, and then when it's almost cooked, when it's very stiff, we're going to add a teaspoon and maybe 1/4 of salt and cook it another minute or 2 maybe. We want to cook it as much as we can on medium heat and try to get some bubbles in there a little bit. It's a little bit iffy sometimes, but okay, let's go to the stove. Yeah, this is hard. I'm not to stir something hot.
May I ask one question?
Yes.
Where's my coffee?
Oh.
If I'm going to be doing this work, I want some coffee.
Okay, so he made a wonderful paste, wonderful Panelli paste. We added a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon and 1/4 of salt, and it's a beautiful paste. So now what I have to say, the old ladies would do, and those people that make this know, they know how to do it, and I don't. These have been soaked in water, and you just, I'm not going to be very good at
Okay,
this
that is
because I'm definitely afraid of the hot Panelli. Okay, so we do this, and I forgot to put water on the board, so bring a little bit of water over here. Okay, let's just sprinkle a little bit of water here. Okay, and you're supposed to do that to it. Okay, so now you get to make some Panellis, Frankie.
Now it
How
does
thick
look.
do you want to make it?
Well, I don't know because I don't make it this way. I'll show you how I
This
make
is like
it.
back buttering a tile.
This is
Yes.
how I remember it
Yes.
now.
Hey Frank, press it down.
Okay,
I'm talking about on the floor, the one on the table.
okay,
Oh,
hold on.
press Okay, so my husband says we're supposed to press
There
it.
you go, right there. You gotta press
Okay,
it.
press it a little bit.
Ah.
Okay. Let's see how fast you can work. I can't do it that way.
Then you press it.
You're globbing it off the edges.
Any more water on the
No, you got plenty of water.
board?
Yeah. You're not doing a very even job.
Do we have to?
No, I don't think so. I think once you press it down, it's going there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I tried to make it too perfect before, and that's why I couldn't do
You're
it.
an artist.
Yeah,
this
right.
is literally back buttering tiles and setting them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you're making-
Before this stuff hardens, because it hardens like polenta,
I can smell
and
it
you're
now.
stuck with it.
It
Yeah.
smells
You know.
good.
Are you gonna have room, Frank?
Yeah.
You're making a mess.
It's okay. That's all right. This is experimental time.
Who's that?
It's
Sal's.
Sal's mom. We're actually producing a comedy here. Good job. I don't think I could have done such a good job. You did a really good
Yes,
job.
you could have done.
Okay, so
So
let's
my
just-
question is,
Yes.
why not just smother it on the countertop and let it cool
Oh.
on it?
Because
Yes.
you gotta get them in small pieces.
You know, I did that this morning.
And then, or just smother a sheet and cut it.
Yes, I did that this morning. Let me show you.
Too smart.
You can do it on a cutting board. You know, I've done it on a cutting board. You can do it anywhere. I have this little plastic sheet, and you can do this. Yeah, you can do that. Go ahead. And then I got this little plastic thing and leveled it off a little bit. Okay, I mean that's a way of doing it.
Yeah.
Let me get another board.
Yeah, that's what he said. It's right here.
Oh, it's right here. Or this.
Frank Sal said to cook it a little longer.
No, make it thicker, make it thicker.
Well, I'm
This
cutting
thicker?
them. I'm cutting them.
Oh yeah, what about this stuff? How, this good?
No, that's.
This one came off easy. Yes, and that's I think what the problem is. If you make them thick enough,
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
you can actually get it up. Good, okay. It's a little problematic to me.
So that's the traditional
This is
method.
how they do it. I'm not very good at it, sorry.
I'll show you.
After this, we gotta go because they said they close at 6.
Oh, that you called him? Oh, good.
So here, try to get another one off. See if you can. You might need this thing. Yeah,
Like abalone. That's the thicker one there.
yeah.
There you go.
Good.
Better.
It's supposed to just peel off though, so maybe we didn't put enough.
Oh, it's fine. How's
This one looks really thick. Try this. No?
Yeah, that's really good.
Twist. You twist. Good job.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, just like that.
Good job.
My turn.
Great.
Hey,
Give me
perfect. Give you one what?
one. Give me one. Give me one.
We already did it.
Okay, so while he's struggling with that, this is how I do it. I made 3 batches in that pot this morning,
Wow.
and I put it in this
Fire.
Pyrex loaf pan,
And
and I'm going to loosen it. No, I put it in I left it at room temperature, and then when it was at room temperature, I stuck it in the refrigerator. And let's see if this works. It always works when I make it for my kids, but
Wow. Oh my
Well,
God.
Yeah, I remember that now looking at it, yeah.
okay, and then I just sliced them
That seems like
fairly thin.
Wow,
That's a little bit too thick.
way.
That's what I was trying to figure out. What is the wood adding to this?
Yeah.
Well, it's making the shape, you know, but
Oh,
some people I hear put them in Evian's water bottles. They cut the bottle and they pour it in there, and then they just cut the bottle off, and you have a loaf, a round loaf.
Right.
no, this.
But-
Yeah, this looks perfect.
This is Mary's way. I don't know how other people make it.
Yeah, no.
You know, I
Well-
know people put it in a cookie sheet, you know, fill the
No, no,
cookie
I
sheet.
think
I'm not a very good at cutting it though, obviously. So I just cut it, try to make it thin. Not too thick because it won't cook if it's too thick. And then I get a little paring knife and I make a couple slits in the Panelli. And then there's carefully because
Yeah.
you can dry them with the paper towel. They could pop because they're wet.
How long are you gonna cook till they brown
They're
up?
brown,
So they float.
golden brown.
They don't float, do they?
I wouldn't put too many in at one time.
Okay.
Just put a few.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you don't have to walk like the size of theirs.
No. In Isola, we had a great time. We had a Panelli festival. That was so much fun.
Oh.
Yeah. We had a walk the size of a Volkswagen.
What kind of oil did they use?
I want to say they use peanut oil, but I'm not sure. I don't use peanut oil because I have one grandson that's allergic to peanuts.
Oh.
So I use canola oil, and it just kind of eliminated that. But I used to use peanut oil.
peanut oil is good to use for abalone. Do you have abalone?
Yeah, I'm not real good at cutting it.
And I remember they came out pretty brown. Light brown, didn't they?
Yeah. And there might not be enough oil in that pan to get that, but
Why not? Wonderful.
I don't know. I'm trying to put a lot in there.
And when we went to Israel in 1992,
Different texture.
they had a huge walk. And there's pictures of me and all our committee where I'm cooking.
Okay, so this is our finished product. We have 4 thin Panellis in here with some bread, and we're going to give it to Wolf, and Wolf's going to be the taster.
You want some ketchup?
You want ketchup?
That would be Frank.
And that's how they eat it in Sicily. They have a piece of bread, and they put the Panelli in the middle of the bread.
No sliced tomato or.
A little dry, huh?
No, I just yeah.